Austrian Empire will collapse simply due to the combined might of all of our forces. That's pretty much a guarantee. You know what they say, win the war first, then actually, go to battle. What I'm worried a little bit about is Sicily. Sicily typically goes to war with us, France. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to influence them a little bit and lower their relationships with Great Britain so that they hopefully don't form a coalition against us. And we're going to hold province of Graz. This province is a little bit of a chokehold for the invaders, for the Austrian troops, which are hopefully going to return to the front, causing them to get pushed back on the Ottoman front. The Ottomans have a lot of people, but they're not necessarily all that skilled at fighting. So if we kind of scratch their back, let them roll out their troops for a little bit, they'll definitely be able to kind of bring this horde into Russia or this horde into Austria. And it's generally harder to attack than defend, right? So I'm kind of counting on that being a major player inside this little campaign. So we're pretty much going to siege a lot of the major cities inside Austria. We're going to seize them, and then we're going to pretty much hold up on them. And what I hope to achieve by doing that is stalling the Austrians long enough so that their funds run out and they start breaking under the pressure of all of that good stuff. Brunswick wants peace. Well, I want to end the war with Brunswick. Brunswick is these 3 province little bit here, and we need to demand tribute. So let's see. Concede defeat. So we need to gain that prestige, and then we need to make them become a satellite, hopefully. I'm not really sure what we should do here. We could make them concede defeat, or we can make them into a satellite. But I kind of want that prestige right now, so I guess that concede defeat thing will work. The reason I want to do that is quite simple, really. We need prestige to conduct most of our political actions, and that'll be very helpful later on. So we're gonna try to keep that up. We're gonna try to keep pumping troops into that. We're gonna get 2 more armies to form up here, one here, one here. That will be this. Yeah, British are landing inside Rome. That will kind of balance that out. Oh. Looks like we fought the Austrians. The Austrians are pulling their armies back. It's a shame that I didn't manage to disengage their forces right there, but oh well. What does that mean for us? Well, that means we're gonna have to put our troops into these 2 towers right here. We're gonna pull out our troops, and we're gonna move them back across, or rather across the river, right there. So we're going to use the river as a defensive location, and we're going to try to avoid battles. I'm going to put that on so that they'll avoid fighting the enemy whenever possible, and I'm just going to try to bait out a fight from the Prussians, really. The only problem is that they'll probably try to hit us in our supply lines. Only real place that we're weak at. We have these 2 armies formed up now. We have this smaller army, which I will commission. I will put some defensive leaders on guard. Where are some good defensive leaders? I don't want you, simply because you're a little too good at your job. I want some level 3 commanders, level 3 in terms of maneuver, and I want the rest commissioned on defense. Defense. And the reason I want that is because I want to send this army du Sud to one location in particular. The one location, which is this tile right here, which I foresee being a major stall in our campaign. We're going to set the troops at Passu to march to the sound of guns, which means that they'll reinforce any battles that go around them. And as soon as the Italian front moves up, we'll be able to conduct a little more aggressive operations. Army Laminge, or whatever that's called, is going to move down here, secure our flank inside this area. Can't let the British escape. And let's commission another Grand Corps. This time made out of 5, or rather 6 guns. Quite a lot of cuirassiers again. Like that. And then infantry. Infantry de Marine. Quite a lot of just regular infantry for now. We might as well do the marine thing later on when we invade Britain. But for now, we're gonna kind of do something like that. Units are out of supply. Not really that big of a problem. Should probably siege Venice fairly soon. Yeah, we're gonna launch an attack on Venice. Hopefully that's gonna destroy them before it destroys Army Italy. Even without supply, they managed to take that place over. They're gonna gain supply now. Then they're gonna move here, smash that. That should push us back up to the starting place over here. They're gonna siege that place right off the bat. Take it over. Yep, there we go. Strasbourg's gonna get sieged. And it looks like we've lost track of where the other army is, where the Austrians are going. They might have decided it's not worth fighting us right now. That causes a little bit of panic in my mind, simply because we kind of needed them to stay there in order to carry out our plans. We've really got to force their hand, make sure that the Ottoman Empire gets a chance to restore their units to full strength and move out. What should we do here? Looks like our armies are really missing horses, so we're gonna make a few dragoon brigades. Dragoons are fairly mobile, horse riding. I wouldn't say line infantrymen, but they have horses, they have guns. Spawn a few of those back, and the reason I wanted to make those is because we do need to have quite a lot of cavalry, so that we can scout out the enemy. So Grand Army, reserve the cavalry. It's going to detach 1 brigade of troops, and this 1 brigade of troops will avoid battles, and they will go over here to scout out the enemy. As soon as they get back, or as soon as we have word from them, oh, that's where they're moving. They're coming over here. They want to fight. Austrians are moving over there. That's fine with me. Then we will take their capital away from them, I suppose. And the bulk of our troops will move over here into these provinces. Put march to the sound of guns on both of these squads from both of these armies. And that should kind of seal up that area for now. Everything is under our control. Everything's going fairly well inside this campaign. Where exactly are they going? The Austrian army is fighting on mountains, and it looks like they took quite... No, they just broke up. They seem to be after our supply routes deep inside the mountains here. Well, that's fine with me. That's absolutely dandy with me, actually, because we can move our troops over there, we can dig in our troops inside the mountains, and we can establish a second line of supply over here. Where did this happen? Could have sworn I sent a little bit of a bigger army down there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this army. Oh no, this army is quite big. They just ran out of supply, where something happened, but no big deal. Army inside dilemma. The center vine over here is it's gonna go and do something over there. Can't remember what now. They're probably gonna siege that. They're gonna bring all of their troops and assault it, rather. Sorry. Those troops positioned here are gonna retreat back to Salzburg. Army here is gonna siege that location, take it over. Army down here is gonna move into this area. That's gonna go there. New king in Holland. Holland is fine as it is right now. Quite honestly, I don't really care what happens to them as long as they so happen to be on our side. So this is fine right now. Our troops are moving in. They've sieged some major Austrian towns. Austria should be breaking right now. 24% war exhaustion. So their war capacity is 18% relative of ours. So that is very, very low. I suspect that if we are able to destroy their army here, they will be essentially crushed. They will not be able to man any further resistance if their army is crushed. The only question right now is to see whether or not to seek a decisive battle against the enemy. And what I mean by that is that should we put all of our resources into a attack that may potentially be crippling to us, but also may be decisive in this campaign against them. Damn, the Austrian troops from the south are probably going to come back up at us now. They managed to secure a white peace against the Ottoman Empire. Now that might be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, that's mountainous terrain. Our troops aren't going to be able to use their superior numbers over there. I guess one of the best options available for us right now. Another army. Reserve cavalry here. Doesn't necessarily need to be here, so we're going to deploy them over there. Oh, fighting's already begun. Don't want to march and sound the guns as well. They're gonna cooperate and try to take down that big old Prussian army or Austrian army down there. If we can break them right here, we should be able to, secure the victory. We should be able to exploit that. Follow their army, keep following them, see where they go, and attack them like that. Have to keep pushing, have to exploit our victories. Battles do not win these campaigns for us. It's the destruction, it's the exploitation of battles, or I should say, that actually wins fights for us. As soon as we destroy their enemy, their morale will be low. We're going to have to keep following them up. We're going to have to hit them again and again and again after every single battle. The same thing's going to happen. We're going to chase them, we're going to aggressively pursue the enemy, and we're going to eliminate them in such a fashion like that. Another Prussian death stack over there, so we're gonna have to kind of avoid that. Made some dragoons, made some more troops down here. That'll be all very helpful, but it looks like we're gonna have to contain this little gathering of troops first. I don't think we need all of these troops following that depleted Austrian army right now, so we're probably not going to do that. I'm just going to get a small commission of troops or relatively small commission of troops to follow them up and kind of destroy them like that. And bear in mind that we can grind those battles for experience pretty much. I mean, those do give us prestige and they do give us quite a lot of good stuff. But the only problem is this little British venture into our territory. I'm probably going to have to pull out of northern, with the mountains over here, the mountains bordering northern Italy. This corps is going to have to be ready right now. That corps is going to have to go and fight on this front. We need to commit troops over there right now. Grand Army is going to have to follow the Grand Army, and the 11th Army is going to have to follow the Austrians over there. Austrian war capacity is breaking. They are at 35%. They've run out of manpower, which means that they've run out of reinforcements, at least for this month. And their war capacity is still 18%. So it's not going down, but I mean, it's not going up, right? So we're gonna have to keep chasing them with our forces. Like inside this situation, every single little bit of losses count on their side. Doesn't really matter all too much for us, right? So that's the nice thing. But this British death stack is going to be demolishing some of our troops. Hopefully, since it's on our terrain, we gain a passive benefit. Hopefully, yeah, they're starting to break now. Their morale is dropping, but they do have numbers. That worries me a little bit. Let's bring some reserves over here. British loses equal numbers of men. But the main thing that we had to worry about here is that it puts their army on retreat. So I'm going to turn down the game speed by a little bit. Austrians are going to come in here by a little bit. That's all fair with me. We're going to have to move our troops back simply because we need to move this way and take out the Austrian threat. Might as well combine this army right now. We're gonna have to disperse our troops a little bit. We have too many men walking here, and that's gonna really penalize. The game's really gonna penalize us for having too many men in one place. So we're gonna have to kind of split our forces up like that by a little bit. But things are going well. Things are going well on that front. So I think it's time to build some more boats. We're gonna build quite a lot more boats actually. 3 of those, a few frigate squadrons simply because they're nice to have. And that's kind of that. What else should we build? What else should we build? Some light infantry maybe? Some infantry maybe? There's still construction troops over there. We have that Dragoon unit that will be available shortly, so we're going to use the space to build another corps. Or no, we need quite a lot of troops for reinforcement. We actually still have First Corps over here, so they're going to be recommitted to the front over there. How are you guys doing over here in supply? They're doing fine on supply, so that should be good for that. Victory over the British. Victory over the other people, victory over everybody. That is how we roll. Continue following up our victories. It's not the battle I find that causes the most loss in men. It's the follow-up of troops advancing onto the already broken column. The battle's simply there to just kind of eliminate what little resistance is really there first. Don't want to fight that battle just yet. How many troops do we have here? 51k, that should be enough to press into one of these little side armies for now. Alright, well, that should be enough to handle the British troops here. I'm gonna try to position some of my armies to just kind of block them off, I guess. Well, we could move against them. Try to seize the Austrian Empire right here. 41% war score, so this is going on. This is going fairly well. Get our cavalry over here to come down here. Open up a supply route to the main army, I suppose. And the Empire of France is doing fairly well. So, let's see. I'm not even sure how long it's been since I've started the Let's Play. This game is just really fun. I'm really into it at this moment. That is a huge battle. That definitely needs troops to be recommitted into it. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to commit more troops into that. One of our flanks is already broken, but the enemy is also almost collapsing. Gonna have to move some troops out though. Yeah. Let's actually look into this battle right here. Click on this terrain, click on the... Nope, I don't want to look all the way over there. I don't even know why that is an option. There we go. Alright, so the Austrians initially had a lead on us, but now we've managed to break through their lines. And two of our flanks are up against one. Our commanders are better, with Napoleon leading... oh, no, actually, Napoleon isn't leading center. He's leader of the reserve. But our forces are going with 50% bonus to attack, going against them with only a tiny amount. We lost more troops, they lost quite a little bit of troops, but we will be able to break them with a push onto their rear area. Troops are just going to sit here, surround them, and hopefully destroy what is left of their troops. And I think I'm going to leave off right here before I go off and talk for another who knows how long. But it looks like Austria seems to be already pretty much beat. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to like and subscribe. That always helps me keep track of my audience, and it helps you get the notifications right away. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I have. I will see you guys tomorrow, I guess, or the next day. Bye-bye.